So the next thing that we can do is we can actually um, list everything in a directory. So maybe what we want to do is we want to list everything in our upload directory and then make a link to it so we can look at it. So to do that, we're going to create a new file. We're going to call it list uploads.php. And it's going to be a PHP page, right? Yep. I have not been putting PHP at the beginning. That is a setting you can do, but I don't think we're not configured that way right now. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our path. And our path, of course, is going to be just like it's been, uploads slash. We don't put the slash at the end, I don't believe. But let's see where that takes us. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to make a list of all of our files. And the way we do that is we create a variable called files, and it's going to be equal to scan dir, which is a built-in tool, and then our path. Okay. And then we will just real quick, we'll do something real basic with it, which is we're just going to list the files. Files in directory. P, right? Because it's going to create HTML. And now we want to do a for loop, a for each loop. For each what files as file, right? Because there's multiple files and we're going to just use one file at a time as a file. We're going to echo file dot br semicolon. Now let's give that a try. This is very stripped down. There's no error handling, but let's see if this is going to work for us. Okay, refresh. Files and directory. So this is the current directory, this is the parent, and then these two items. Okay, that's a lot of fun. Let's use some trickery to get rid of those dots. And it is files. This is something we have not seen before. We're essentially going to modify the array using array underscore diff. And we're going to say, okay, files, drop everything that looks like this. And so we're going to get rid of the dot, and we're going to get rid of the dot dot. And that is it. And that should work. Let's take a look at it. Yep, okay. Okay, hey, so now we're listing the files in the directory. What would be more fun? Probably linking to those files. How do we do that? Well, what a great question. Let's go ahead and echo. Now we're going to do that format where we do echo a href. We're going to do the concatenate, or the one where you don't need concatenation because it's all there. A href equals single quote file end single quote pull, yep, and then have the file name, and then have the /a. and then of course the slash br, save it. Now this is very HTML-y. If you're not an HTML person, I get it. So if we look here, you see how it did not work. And the reason it didn't work was because we're going to the top level of the directory, not, the top level of uploads. So when we go here, it's not the file name, it's uploads slash the file name. Save that, refresh that, click on test.txt, boom. Click on that, boom. Click on that, boom. So now we actually have the ability to view the things that we have uploaded. So we're going to stop this, and now the next final thing I want to do is show you how we can import and export possibly some JSON files.